Island out, bro.
And
You're
we're
just
live.
freeballing it, man, because you're part of the elite club. You are the elite.
Get a cease
The
and desist for that.
elite. The
Yeah,
elite.
dude, it's no
The elite.
Skirp.
The elite. Don't they have shirts now?
That says cease and desist. Yes, they are trying to whatchamacallit, be rebels, dude. But did you watch the latest episode of Being Elite where they burnt all their sweet stuff?
I
didn't know-
watched it today. Go ahead.
I didn't know that guy was their dad. That guy with the
Yeah,
ponytail.
immediately because he's got a cool ponytail and he's like, "Look, girl, I'm gonna give you the in a minute." Oh
did say-
snap!
You did say that.
Desist letter. You can't say that on Heat, but you can say that when you're part of the elite.
Too sweet.
Can't say too sweet, man. We're gonna get it. We're gonna
I
get
just
us. Yeah.
did. I just effing did. What are you gonna do about it? Sue me.
Oh, we got a man on first and second. All right, so this podcast, The Bros Before Elbows, is a mixture of the Diamondbacks, Colorado Rockies, final top or bottom of the eighth, freaking wild card game mixed with some too sweet. Sorry, some very good action here, and oh my gosh, everything is happening right now. I'm going bonkers.
Too many things going on.
Welcome to the show. There's
Who do the Diamondbacks play if they win?
Dodgers,
yeah,
right?
dude. Not in
Oh
my
my-
effing pool, dude. Not in my effing pool, bro.
You are still. I guess are Diamondbacks fans still really mad about that when they peed in
Yeah,
your pool?
dude. They peed in the pool, dude. All of them jumped in the pool and peed at the same time.
Yes. Was it
great.
Andre? I feel like Andre was
Whoa, bro.
Like
you
that.
Skyping hard.
There's no
Bro.
Wi-Fi. He's live from a gas station in North Carolina.
That's not the Andre Ethier move.
Andre
Okay.
Ethier, I'm not familiar
Hello?
with this guy. Is he a football player that I'm unaware? Oh,
Oh,
my
he
God,
was-
they
he
put
was-
position in third.
He was a Dodger. He played at ASU. He threw
I
the
don't care
sickest
about
house parties.
Like crap about the
They were
Dodgers. I don't
sick.
care how sick his parties were. He's a Dodger.
He was a Sun
Don't give
Devil.
a crap. He turned his back on Arizona, bro.
He didn't.
He did it. He
got
got drafted by the Dodgers. That's not his fault. He was elite, man. Does he not play for the Dodgers anymore? That was a real
I don't
question.
know.
Tommy?
Roundabout. I have no idea. I'm not up with baseball at all.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
really
What
not
about
it.
the Yankees? I was at
Uh,
work last night. How about those f***ing Yankees?
They're awesome, dude. They won. They won last night.
Yeah, I know.
Comeback.
They were down 3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were down like 3-0 or 4-0, and there was a bunch of like Yankees, not like a Yankee bar, but like there was a lot of Yankee fans there for being in North Carolina. They're all in their Yankee gear. One guy was drunk. He was so drunk that they gave us a lesson on like if this guy leaves and dies, that the family can sue the bartender, and the manager. I was like, oh damn, that's crazy. But anyway,
So
probably talk about wrestling.
so real
now.
quick, real quick though. Again, I'm always giving shout outs to Superfan Dan. Dan came over yesterday and we were watching the Yankees whatchamacallit games, Twins game, and he was like, dude, baseball's of course it's not the same exact thing as wrestling, but there are storylines. And he's like, the storyline is that the Twins and the Yankees have faced off. I think now is the fourth time that they faced off in like a wild card type playoff game, and that the Yankees beat them every single time.
Haha.
And so this, like, there was that storyline. There was also the Yankees pitcher, their like ace pitcher, but this was the first time he's ever played a playoff game ever. Like, never in Little League, never in high school, never in college. Like, this was his first playoff game. So he's like, you got to look at that story too. So it's pretty cool, man.
Are you talking about the black guy?
I think so.
Pretty sure they pulled him after like 2 innings.
Dude, they pulled him
by the
after
way.
one, dude. So it's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
Zach
horrible,
Greinke,
yeah.
the Diamondbacks pitcher, outlasted all the other pitchers so far in the playoffs as far as like playtime. Because dude, it was like run after run after run, and it's like, nah, we can't give this up, dude. So crazy.
Yeah, I saw that.
So hey, it is whatchamacallit, Hell in
It
the
is.
Cell this week, and
And it's bottom eighth.
yeah, I don't have an outline as usual. So but what happened? Yes, it is scored to rest. Oh my god! Oh my
Back to wrestling. Back to wrestling.
god!
Oh, gosh.
What the? Where's your sock monkey?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Arizona Nets!
Oh, this is great. It's a good game. Hopefully Hell in a Cell is good.
Freaking out!
You'll freak out when Shane McMahon goes off the cage.
Oh my god, dude! Oh, it makes me feel so good.
Oh yeah, he's getting thrown off that cage according to Kevin Owens.
It was a triple.
Promised. What does that have to do with Kevin Owens?
All right, Kevin Owens is gonna beat the living poop out of Shane. That's my prediction right now. No, we're not doing picks right now, but oh my god, dude.
What are we doing right now then?
I don't know. We're live on air, vaguely talking about pro wrestling. It's been 90% baseball.
Sorry, man. So being elite, too sweet. Can't say too sweet.
Do you think they did that because they invaded Raw? Is that like the thing that kickstarted it?
I think so. I think WWE was just flexing their legal muscle. And so thinking that maybe the Young Bucks would have like some type of massive hurdle to having to jump over.
Mm-hmm.
But they're obviously not. I mean, they're playing it off and they're like, you know, we don't need this silly hand gesture to prove that we're the greatest tag team. So they're taking it in stride. I mean, obviously they're not going to fight the man. But I'm sure,
yeah.
But I'm sure WWE got pissed and was like, "Nah, we can't have this. We don't want these other promotions messing with our promotion. So we'll tell them to back off."
So are they really not doing Too Sweets anymore?
Probably not, man.
That's crazy.
Okay, that's cool.
It'll probably be something else.
Kind of.
It'll probably be like very good. Yeah, they can have that phrase. They can rip our phrase.
They can rip our phrase. We don't have any legal muscle at the Bros Prefer Elbow show.
Own the rights to Too Sweet based off of the Click,
I think so.
right? Or the NWO, or the Wolfpack.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
So I guess what could happen, who knows, even if this would happen, but what if, like, and I thought this happened anyway at TakeOver 3, that like Kevin Nash, AJ Styles, and I think it was someone else. It was Shawn Michaels that like basically like, Kevin Nash gave the Bullet Club like the pardon, like the okay, yeah, you guys can be sweet. But I guess that has no legal precedent whatsoever. So even if he's behind it, you know, they still can't use it.
Oh, that makes sense.
You know,
yeah,
but
whatever. I mean, they don't need it. It's just part of their swagger. But
Yeah.
I guess they could come up with some live commentary from Anthony about the Diamondbacks and the Bushwhackers. Who are they playing?
Yeah, the Colorado Bushwhackers
Oh, the Rockies. That's it.
versus Arizona Jake Roberts.
oh my God, it is 11-7. There's no way Colorado's coming back. There's still a man on first and second. It is the bottom of the eighth. Brock Lesnar.
What is going on?
Okay, so this episode, though, as I was trying to say 5 minutes ago, before you so rudely interrupted by this baseball game. Yeah, so Hell in the Cell is this week. We should go through the match lineup. We
I
should
thought you were say Mike Monster.
Oh, Mike Monster, get your T-shirt, dude. Get your official Bros Before
There goes
Elbows.
that hot Filipino chick. Sorry, guys. I'm in the parking lot.
Oh, no.
God. This is going off the rails.
We are losing it. Oh my God!
This podcast is fucked.
No, dude.
Oh, God. Okay, no, wait, no, come on, man.
I'm sorry.
dude.
I forgot. I'm
You're
in the parking lot. I have no rules.
Setting a marker for post-production so I can reverse that. Whatever.
Just
Yeah, you
put
should
like
probably
a
reverse it.
put a sock monkey over that word.
Oh my gosh! All right, so yeah, Tommy, what's the let's jump right into the match card here real quick. So what's going on with Hell in the Cell? Who's fighting who? We know Shane O'Mac versus Kevin Owens, but what
Yeah,
else?
I assume that goes last. There's officially 8 matches as of tonight, and I don't think they're going to add any more. It starts off the kickoff match, which is Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin versus the Hype Bros, Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder. Let's go to Anthony while the Diamondbacks are on commercial break. What do you got in this match?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was grabbing my pen.
Yo, come on! Are you kidding me?
No. So, no. It was the Hype Bros versus Jason Jordan and Shelton Benjamin.
Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin.
Dude, I got Gable, bro. I'm all about that Gable life.
Holy shit!
No, dude,
Okay, wait, no. You're kicked off iTunes. Get a cease and desist from iTunes. Oh man. All right. Yeah, I think
that's my pick. I'm going with Gable.
All right. Okay. Since Theron's talking, let's go to him next. Theron, you got Gable and Benjamin, the new team, or the Hype Bros, the Rocky team?
I wasn't talking. That was my workout partner. I'm not responsible. Anywho,
sounded like you.
I'm pretty sure that's good. The Hype Bros are probably they got to break up soon, right? Like they've been teasing a breakup, so I think this will be where that happens. You heard it here, maybe second. I may have read that in the rumor mill. I'm gonna go with Gable and Benjamin, aka the Gold Standard, which will then cause the Hype Bros to break up and start their feud.
All right. Yeah.
I think it's a clean sweep. Yeah, it seems like Gable and Benjamin got all the momentum, and they're coughing to the mic. Lost pens.
It's cold in Charlotte. Sorry.
Okay. Only October 4th, man. It's already cold.
Hey, man, the temperature has dropped. I think it's like, I don't know, 60 degrees outside, maybe 50.
Okay.
It's cold out here in these streets. It's fall. We have 4 seasons out here. What do you have?
2, maybe 2.5.
Exactly.
Anyhow, yeah, Gable and Benjamin for me. Next up, we got let's go Randy Orton versus Rusev. This feud's still going on. It's a thing that's happening.
Is this continuing on from like Royal Rumble 2013?
I think they're still mad. Someone eliminated someone for that, man. I want to pick Rusev, man, but I don't think he's got any momentum whatsoever. So I'm gonna go for Orton with an RKO out of nowhere. Hopefully, it's not gonna be a squash match this time. Hopefully, they actually get ton time to work together and see if they have any in-ring chemistry. Theron, who do you got, Orton or Rusev?
This is such a hard one to call. Because part of me says Rusev crash, but then other part says RKO out of nowhere for no reason at all. She's not even his manager. So I go crazy. I go foreign. I go Rusev. Okay.
That is okay. That's very different. Theron, Anthony, do you got?
I'm going Rusev, with Rusev, dude. I kind of want a Rusev.
What?
I do, man. Like
he needs a win anyway.
He does.
True.
He does. So I think this would be good. I mean, he got squashed at SummerSlam, which really wasn't supposed to like bury him. It was again just supposed to make Orton bounce back from his feud with Wyatt. But now I think it's kind of, since Orton's not really doing anything after the Mahal, showcase or whatever, Mahal matches, I should say. Now that Rusev isn't doing much, I think it would do Rusev a favor. Yeah, I think it'd be good to kind of boost him back up. Because if you think about it, he is a powerhouse wrestler. He is good on the mic. And people have a reaction to him. So it would be silly to like continuously bury him. So, I'm all for Rusev on this one.
Next up, people speaking of momentum and people who need it, boost up Bobby Roode, former NXT champion, in his first main card pay-per-view versus Dolph Ziggler in his many entrance gimmicks. I'll go first in this one. I think it's got to be Bobby Roode. Dolph Ziggler's got to come. He did the deeds for Nakamura and his first feud when he came up, and now he's doing the deeds for Bobby Roode. So I'd be shocked if they let Bobby Roode lose his first match. Anthony, who do you got in this one, Roode or Ziggler?
I'm going Roode, man. All Roode, all day.
How do you like Roode being a face? What do you think about that? He seems to be more faceless than ever since he came up.
It's interesting because when he talks consistently, like, automatically just has that heel mentality, just like that heel voicing and all of that. So I think what they're doing is just letting him do limited talking and more like kind of being a face by showboating. So I'm digging it because I haven't really seen Bobby Roode as a face even in TNA. So I'm kind of digging it, but I really want to see him win. Ziggler, I don't know what, dude. I love the guy, but I'm just not into him right now.
Yeah, so lost. Theron, you got Ziggler in the upset, or you got Bobby Roode for his first main card pay-per-view win?
I got to give Ziggler a lot of credit right now for what they're giving him and him somehow still nailing this horrible gimmick. I liked what he did on Tuesday night, playing the marching band drums and the maracas or the shakies. And He actually is a good promo. There's actually been a lot of good promos lately. Like, I've been impressed. They must have heard us.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, billion-dollar company out there somewhere in the world.
Right.
But I'm definitely, right. I'm still going with Glorious Bobby Roode. I think he's not going to lose to Dolph Ziggler. There's no way, And if he did lose, he'd just become a heel. I mean, he's going to become a heel eventually. I think it's just, make him a face for now and then make him evil.
Yeah, that's a sweep for Rude. Let's go AJ Styles.
That's a lot of
Baron
sweeps.
So wait. What was your pick? Sorry, I was writing a draft tweet. What was that then? You have Rude?
Yeah, man, of course. Like, he's glorious. Dolph Ziggler plays marching band drums.
Yeah, that was really stupid.
But that's the point. It's supposed to be stupid.
Oh
See?
yeah, man. Yeah, it was, and I agree with that. It was very silly.
Some like reverse psychology to make him look stupid, so he's not stupid.
But he's so talented. That's the idea.
I think the match is going to be an excellent match. That might. I'm going to say it here first. I think that match could potentially be match of the night.
That'd be an upset.
You must not be thinking of the Usos in the New Day. But go ahead.
Whatever, dude. Freaking. I'm so whatever, dude.
Oh, let's go right to that one. Let's go to that one next. New Day versus the Usos in a Hell in a Cell tag team match. So they're going to use the Hell in a Cell twice. Looks like. And they're using it for the tag championship match. So the Usos challenging the New Day again. I'm going to man. These guys have ping-ponged it back so many times. They both built up both of these teams really well. So it's kind of a shame that one of them has to technically lose this feud. But I'm going to go with New Day. Big E and Kofi look like the team. And but I think it's going to be another match of the night candidate. So I want to see how these four men react to the cell and what kind of hijinks they pull in there. Theron, who you got, Usos or New Day?
Again, this is another hard one, but only because of the hot potato thing they're doing right now. Like back and forth with the titles. Like, I'm gonna pick the Usos only because I really, really like the gimmick, right? Like, I really, really, really like that Samoan thug gimmick. It takes me back to being at it takes me back to Arizona State, football parties, hanging out with all the football players and the big drunk Samoan thug gangster dudes coming up and being like, "What set you from, cuh?" And I'm like, Awatuki.
That sounds pretty.
Here's my beer. Accurate. That's what it is.
Repping that too.
Nah, man, but I like the Usos. I really I like what they're doing, so I'm gonna pick them. Might as well hot potato it back, right?
Yeah, that'd be good. New Day could be successful with or without the titles. Anthony, you got? I know you hate the New Day.
I've been on since day one, son.
Oh gosh, you have not been on the Usos since day one.
No, you haven't. You ain't been down since face paint, bro.
I've been out since they was rowing that boat in the entrance.
They were rowing the boat?
They rowed the boat?
Yeah, man, that was part of their song. It was part of their Samoan song.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
They were rowing a canoe.
What?
Yeah, that's some cerebral stuff right there. That made you think. Scarpet.
That's a deep cut.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
No, but
I just been on my day one-ish.
Dude, dude, more I see Usos, the more I'm like, yes. Yes, like this is it, dude. I love their promos. I love the back and forth, dude. It's like it takes a little bit for it to settle in, but once it's settled in, it's just back and forth fire, dude. It's so good. So good.
They got that twin chemistry, like you can't teach almost.
Yeah, and
was that like twin magic?
No, it's not like Bella Magic, not like Total Bellas.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, next up, we got Natalya versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship with Carmella looming in the background. Maybe we're ready to cash in? I don't know. Anthony, you got in this one, Natalya or Charlotte?
Ooh, wow. This one, okay, so usually my first gut reaction is I want Charlotte to win, but I really wouldn't mind if Natalya held the title for a bit. I don't feel like she's had it for very long. I'm gonna go with Natty.
That's where I'm leaning. I'm going to go with Natty too. I think these two could have a really good feud together, and I think this is their first match of the feud. So I think Natty's going to win this one, and maybe string it out to Survivor Series to when Charlotte wins it or something like that. So I'll go with Natty here. Theron, is it a sweep for Natty, or does Charlotte come back and win the title?
I think that because it's interesting. Charlotte took the loss on Tuesday in the tag match, but she tapped out. So, based on WWE theories, she should win, right?
Oh,
but then it's like,
yeah.
Why should she win if Carmella's still like? How long is Carmella gonna loom? She still has like 9 months of looming.
True. Yeah.
I mean, Charlotte. We know Charlotte can handle a WWE Women's title run. So, and Natty's had her time. Is still WWE champion. So I'm going to pick Natalya based on that.
All right. No one said anything about a cash-in.
Yes, I was going to ask.
I don't think she will.
Follow-up question. You don't think she? When do you predict? I guess first there, and when do you think she is going to cash it in?
At the Royal Rumble.
Ooh,
no,
okay.
That's so far away. Survivor Series. I think.
All right. Next
maybe.
pay-per-view. Anthony, when do you think she's going to catch? A big one. Okay.
All right, since no one's really like said much about it for Sunday night, I think Sunday night might be the time that she cashes in. Natty could put Charlotte back into the whatchamacallit, figure four, or not figure four, sorry, the sharpshooter. And then, Charlotte could tap like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Charlotte tapped at a pay-per-view. Like, but then her legs could be all beat up. And then Carmella could come out, some shenanigans, whack Natty over the top of the head or something. Or maybe where I'm going with this is Charlotte wins, is so beat up from the match, gets bonked in the head by Carmella, and that's when Carmella cashes in. So maybe Charlotte wins for like 15 minutes. Or not even. It'd be like 2 minutes or something, whatever the time is between her winning to Carmella coming out.
It's like when Daniel Bryan got cashed in by Randy Orton. Had it for
that would make Charlotte like a 4 or 5 time women's champion, though, right?
It would.
That's the thing. That's what's kind of silly about it, though, which is why I don't think it would be ultra realistic.
No, but it's not like they didn't even acknowledge that she had the longest. Well, not the long. She had one of the longest win streaks on pay-per-views. They didn't even acknowledge it. Like, they didn't make a big deal when she lost. So I don't think they make a big deal if this is only her 5th title run. If they're gonna, I don't know how they're planning on building Charlotte Flair. But if they want her anything close to her father or similar, but in a women's perspective, like if they're gonna give her a lot of title reigns, this is just number 5. It'd just be a quickie, but it'll still count.
I think it would be cool. Like I don't know if they've ever done this. Is like Carmella literally has like a year to do it. Like if they strung it out until like April or May, and then like Carmella's like running out of time, which is like she has to cash it in before that next pay-per-view, like the next Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Like maybe have her hold it on for that long, since there's only one briefcase out there. Since Baron Corbin was an idiot and cashed in so horribly and so soon, like a month after he won it. Like maybe they should string this Carmella thing out because they don't have another briefcase floating out there. Nope, no words. Nope.
No, that makes sense. That could work too. All those angles could work. We'll find out Sunday, live on Heat.
Live on. And in quick news, the Arizona Diamondbacks have just won the wild card game, beating the Rockies 11-8. Your Arizona Diamondbacks are moving on to play the Dodgers. Not in my pool. Not in my pool.
Do they have like shirts that say "Not in my pool"?
Nope, that's what I always say. I've never heard anyone say it. So if I hear someone say it, they took it from me, from the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast.
We did a Mike Monster "Not in my pool" T-shirt.
That'd be legit, dude. I'll let Jason know. Like, no, man, not in my pool. Not in my effing pool.
Okay. Obscure baseball references aside. Did we pick the? No, we didn't pick the U.S. title match yet. AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin talked about his failed cash-in, his failed SummerSlam match, his failed match from Tuesday night against Ty Dillinger. He's carrying no momentum this match. So I'm going to go with AJ Styles, man. I think Baron Corbin's on a downward spiral. I don't see how he's going to come out of it against AJ Styles, arguably the best wrestler in the world. Theron, who do you like in this one, Styles or Corbin?
The failure continues for Baron Corbin. I'm going with AJ Styles because he is the champ that runs the camp, the face that runs the place. And SmackDown Live is the house that AJ Styles built. So why would a lone wolf come in and blow it down?
I like that.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. That's good, man.
Very crappy Vince McMahon-like writing. Sorry, go ahead.
Anthony, you got Styles?
Dude, Styles for sure, dude. Corbin, like, come on, man. You can't be coming off all of this, like, crazy losses to then come back and beat AJ Styles out of nowhere. Like, no way, man.
Seems like the dustpans are everywhere and the sweeps are happening left and right.
Yeah, but let's think about this, though. Corbin could do some shenanigans. He could kick him in the pills.
Nah, Enzo already did that. They wouldn't do that again, would they?
Yeah,
that would just be lazy booking by them.
Or some type of shenanigans, something like, I don't know. I could just see Corbin being so fed up and being so just angry at his entire situation that he would resort to shenanigans, and try to win that way. I could just see it playing out like that. So I don't think I'm going to say that if Corbin wins by shenanigans, but he will not beat AJ clean.
Okay.
No possible way.
Yeah, that'd be shocking. That would be really head scratcher if WWE did anything of Corbin on Sunday. Next up, I guess the co-main event would be Jinder Mahal with the Singh brothers for Shinsuke Nakamura. And they're not even doing this in Hell in a Cell. They're just doing a regular old-fashioned WWE Championship match.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's weird. That's what it says on Wikipedia, and they didn't announce it on Tuesday night or anything that there's going to be an added stipulation. So,
because there isn't.
When they waste. Yeah, that's how much they care about this feud. WWE is just not even lowering the sell for it. Theron, who do you got in this one, Nakamura or Mahal?
I just want to point out the fact that Jinder Mahal has been your modern-day Maharaja WWE champion since the pay-per-view after WrestleMania. Months is that? A couple months? 5 months? 6 months? How long has he been champion for?
I can look it up real quick, but man,
okay. He's been champion for a long time, and they're going on a tour of India in December. Unfortunately for Shinsuke, I don't think that this is the time that he wins the title. Not a Hell in a Cell. I think they save it for maybe, once again, another bigger pay-per-view. I'm going with Mahal, especially because the Singh brothers are going to have easy access to the ring. There's no stipulations. They're not banned from ringside. So he wins again. He comes out in his green suit, and he celebrates again, and he just continues. And this feud probably will continue and then maybe the third time is when Shinsuke can win.
He doesn't even deserve a third time if he loses on 2 pay-per-views to Mahal, of all people. But,
really sucks, doesn't it?
He's actually been champion since May 21st, where he defeated Randy Orton at Backlash.
Oh my gosh, he's been champion since May?
Yeah, all of summer, all of May, all of June, all of July, all of August, all of September.
His reign is longer than Roman Reigns' combined world title reigns.
Really? Is that a true stat?
I believe that.
I don't think so.
I think so.
June,
man.
July, August, September. He's only been champion for 4 months. Just seems like a long time.
How many days is that? I mean, I did see that stat somewhere, so I can't say. So maybe I'm spreading.
64.
But we could easily look that up and fact check.
It's like 100 something days. It's too long. That's what we're getting at.
Yeah, that's the thing of it. Oh, man,
Tommy, who do you have for this fight?
I guess.
Say the Maharaja.
I think I'm gonna pick Jinder Mahal because I picked against him on every other pay-per-view pick show we've done. So yeah, I'll go Jinder Mahal and use reverse psychology. I don't want to see him as champion anymore. I don't think he's a good wrestler. I don't think he's good on the mic. His character is okay. It's evolving. He's got a good look. But other than that, man, it says he's been champion for over 135 days.
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot. Yeah, it's closing on the AJ Styles mark from 2016. But yeah, I got Mahal in this one. I don't know how. Yeah, but like Theron said, like there's no stipulation. There's nothing to stop the Singh brothers from distracting Nakamura, and hopefully they have a better match than SummerSlam, because that match was that was garbage. That was a hot garbage match. They never had any chemistry. It just abruptly ended. It didn't make any sense. So hopefully at least be a good match. Anthony, did you make your pick? Did you say Mahal or Nakamura?
I want Nakamura to win, dude. Nakamura all the way. This is the time. Don't forget Mahal still has a rematch clause. So what could happen is it could be Nakamura wins, and then whatever pay-per-view is in December when they're in India is when Mahal, could get the title back, and they could do a Mahal Nakamura, trilogy.
Oh, this is crazy. It's Wikipedia has the combined length of everyone's reigns, and first is Bruno Sammartino, 4,040 days.
Oh my God.
Second is Hulk Hogan, then Bob Backlund, then John Cena's number 4, and all the way down at number 27 is Jinder Mahal at 135. He's closing in on Edge, AJ Styles, and The Miz for the 23rd longest reign in WWE history.
Wow.
If he wins at this pay-per-view, he makes it to another pay-per-view, he could make it to the top 20. Oh my God.
That's insane.
But that is more than, because Reigns isn't even on that list, right?
Reigns is his longest reign was 118 days.
Yeah. He held it for a while, one of those 3 times that he's already won it. He's already won it like 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Next up, I think we're at the main event. Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens in a Hell in a Cell match, but it's also a Falls Count Anywhere match. They changed on Tuesday night, which is kind of interesting. It's kind of this foreshadows that this match is not staying in the cell come hell or high water. Anthony, who you got in this match? Is Shane McMahon getting a win finally for his comeback tour, or is it Owens?
As I said before, and I was freaking geeking out over this baseball game, I'm still going with KO. I love Shane O'Mac. It's just the thing with Shane is Shane's going to bring the best out of you. He doesn't necessarily have to win, but you just have to be able to get through Shane. So I don't really see him as like a winning opponent. I see more of like you're going to get the crap kicked out of you. So yeah, I'm going with KO.
They're burying a body over there in North Carolina.
What are you hearing?
I'm hearing something that had to get edited out if you.
I didn't say anything, did I?
No. It just sounds like you're jingling change or burying a body.
Oh, I was doing that like DX, like look at Shawn Michaels, look at the top of the screen, look at Shawn Michaels, look at the top of the screen. Because my workout buddy's reading an interesting article on Facebook, which is NSFW. I'm sorry, did you ask me who I picked in this match?
Correct. Shane McMahon or Roman Reigns? I'm not Roman. Kevin Owens.
I want to go with Here Comes the Money. But it's like, what would he gain by winning that match? Nothing. What would Kevin Owens lose by losing that match? Almost everything. So McMahon is just used as a body to put, even though Owens is over already.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go with Kevin Owens. Like I don't see a reason. The only reason Shane wins is so maybe Owens is like, screw you guys. I do what I want. I'm going back to Monday Night Raw. This is stupid.
That would be horrible for SmackDown though, man. If they lost KO, like it's
it would.
Yeah, it's kind of thin as it is. Looking at this paper,
they lost their luster after the shakeup. Honestly,
I think so too, man. They're talking. I saw somewhere on Twitter saying like the attendance is down and ratings are down for SmackDown, so they might shake it up here pretty soon. Maybe after Survivor Series, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I feel like Kevin Owens, he needs to win. You know, he's not in any title picture right now. He's feuding with someone who has nothing. He has nothing to gain by beating this person except the sheer humiliation of a McMahon, which I guess in legacies of WWE.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, AJ Styles had a feud with Shane McMahon, Undertaker had Shane McMahon. Now we got Kevin Owens, so he's an elite company. So they have a lot invested in him. So since WWE has a lot invested in him, since they're giving him this right or gift of wrestling Shane, I would go with Kevin Owens in spectacular fashion. I don't know. I guess the question is if Shane McMahon's going to jump off the top of the cage or is he going to fall through the top of the cage. Any predictions for that, guys?
I think there's going to be a spot on the top of the cage, but nobody's getting thrown off. I have a feeling like it's going to be some high risk stuff, like a lot of choke slams, like a power bomb or something. Probably a pop up power bomb on the top of the cage. I don't know if it'll break or not. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think it's gonna break. But
what do you think, Theron?
Shane McMahon likes to look like he's, near death. So I think he wants to be pop-up powerbomb through the top of the cage onto the canvas.
Oh, that's insane, man. And
that's my prediction.
He doesn't look that like Shane McMahon does not look like in the best shape of his life. He looks bigger and like buffer than when he came back, but man, I don't know his cardio. I don't know if that's going to play a factor in on Sunday's match.
Not too sure. He could die. Roman Reigns almost killed him once, so that's all I got to say about that.
Figured him to concussion, like symptoms.
You know, one thing that you guys brought up was that SmackDown viewership was down. You want to know what was stupid? Why the heck did they ever have Bray Wyatt leave SmackDown?
Yeah, man, he was a key piece of SmackDown. I mean, he won the title back in February at Elimination Chamber. Yeah, that was a weird because he was top of SmackDown, man. He was running the main feud.
I felt like he was an A-lister there. I mean, he was jobbing, but dude, they could have easily turned that around. Now would have been the perfect time. Months ago would have been the perfect time to turn him around. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever that they took Bray out of SmackDown. So yeah, I mean they're running a thin ship. Who knows? Maybe Cena comes back for super part-time just to boost viewership. But it was just thinking about it. It's like, why did they take Bray? That was the stupidest thing.
Yeah, that was rough. Theron, do you think there's anyone SmackDown could add to give him a boost right now?
From Raw?
Or from anywhere, NXT or free agent? I don't know. Yeah.
The Undisputed Insanity.
Ah, yeah, that'd be a good faction. Yeah.
Both factions. And or Aleister Black.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, that'd be good, man.
Wherever he goes, he'll make it better. I think he's doing good work with Velveteen Dream, whose name I can't really think of, but he did a cool little promo on him. So I think wherever Aleister Black ends up, which hopefully they'll put him on SmackDown Live because Raw just keeps taking everybody. They're like, Asuka, yeah, we'll take her too. You don't need her. Yeah. Sorry.
That was kind of harsh, yeah.
So
it's upsetting that they took her. But no, you're right. Like if Raw keeps gobbling up a lot of, top list talent, it really does punk SmackDown. And I think SmackDown has better storylines and better feuds anyway. So it's just so silly to me that it's like, being punked right now.
We'll take a commercial break, then maybe talk about Raw or how much time we got left.
We got a good chunk of time. But yeah, we should absolutely take a little commercial break. Only because we were running pretty crazy throughout the show. But hey, you're listening to the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast. Be sure to do a couple of things. One, elbow drop that subscribe button. Hey, if you do that on YouTube, you'll actually get a notification in your email saying that we have gone live, which means that you will be listening to this right now if you're subscribed. And you could listen to the live show, the unedited version, but you could also subscribe on iTunes and Podbean to get the edited version into your inbox, into your mobile device, or whatever it is that you're using to listen to our show. We are also on Facebook, so be sure to check out and like our page. Check out our Instagram. We're doing more memes, doing some more fun stuff. Actually, too, on Facebook, Theron's done a couple of Facebook Live promo videos, which have been super fun. And we're always just trying to do something creative and different and trying to keep the flow going. So check us out on YouTube. Subscribe that way to get the live updates and the live time while we're doing the podcast. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes and Podbean so you can always check out the show in the archive. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Twitter. We're also on Tumblr. We are also on, of course, Instagram. So a lot of social media places. Check it out. Of course, give a huge, huge, huge shout out and check out MikeMonster.com. Mike Monster is the sponsor for the show, and they have graciously hooked us up with the official Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast t-shirt. You can score yourself one and get a 20% discount simply by typing in promo code Bros Before Elbows. That's the number 4 in your checkout window, and that'll score you 20%. And that is at MikeMonster.com. That's MikeMonster.com. Check them out on Instagram. Check them out on Twitter, and like their Facebook page. So again, huge shout out to all of our fans all over the world and domestically. And a huge shout out to the Arizona Diamondbacks for doing it. Yeah. All right, back to the show.
Where'd those memes come from, man? It's kind of popped out of nowhere like 10 days ago on all our Bros Over Elbows social media sites.
I found or I just downloaded an app, a meme maker, and I just search Instagram to find like funny pictures or pictures of wrestlers or whatnot, and I found that Brock Shockmaster one, and I was like, oh, I gotta get it. So I just take a screenshot, dude, and then I just open up the app and then think of silly things to say. And so all the memes are quote unquote original, I guess. If I'm like, I don't know, I don't take the photos, but I'm using them.
Yeah, that Shockmaster one is Shock Brock. Like, who thinks of that, man? Who put Shockmaster's helmet on Brock Lesnar?
I don't know. I love the internet for that specific reason, right? Dude. It's so silly. But the memes are funny, dude. They're perfect. They're just like little quippy things. I really like the Alexa Bliss meme because it's just her face of like WTF. You know, it's like are you kidding me face, which is really good. And then there's the I think I did one of Cesaro, and then I had one of Bray Wyatt, and then the Miz one got a lot of good traction. I like that one a lot.
The Miz one got good traction. Oh, the minute you like me more than Reigns. I like that.
Yeah,
that was good. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good, man. There's a wrestling group on Facebook that I'm a part of, which I encourage you guys and whoever else out there to be a part of too. Super rad. Pro Wrestling Talk 24/7, and it's fun, man. There's over 3,000 people in the group, and it's just literally wrestling 24/7. And there's like funny memes and stuff. So I posted that Miz one, and got some dude. It got like got a lot of attention. So it was kind of cool to keep that convo going with it. But I think that one's probably my favorite one because it's just the way he's holding the mic and the way he's like, you know, saying it. The Braun Strowman one was good too. You know, he's like looking down, like what? But I was so close.
Hey, one F5, man. Okay, I still can't. I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's so bonkers. But everybody knows, man. Again, talking to Superfan Dan, he's like, dude, of course Reigns is gonna kick out of a freaking F5. He already did. He's already kicked out of F5s in the past.
Yeah. I don't know, Braun. I don't know. They built him up so much, and that a lot of people are blaming Brock Lesnar for that match being so like lackluster. Like he didn't follow the directions. He kind of didn't work with Braun as well as he could have on some of the moves, and it explains like how the finish was kind of abrupt.
Well, there was a shift in momentum in the match that I saw that, you know, that Strowman was in that Kimura lock for like 5 minutes, it seemed like. So I feel like that's what wore him down the most. Mm-hmm. So I think once Strowman was in that hold for that duration of time, especially after coming out of elbow surgery, you know, I think that's what, like, I've joked with Theron about it in the last podcast, saying that like Strowman was like on perpetual special mode, like in No Mercy. And instantly, as soon as that lock was put on him, he just like went into like slowly beating heart blue, like death blue in that game. Oh man, I've seen that happen in that video game too. You're like on raging special, and then some a-hole comes out with a chair or a sign or something, and then you get hit, and then it's just instant blue.
That's so great about that game. That was like cool, man. That's like, I don't know, it's getting like Mario out of his like superstar or something. It's kind of like the trick to the Invincibility.
God, that game is so good, man. But I would love to recreate these characters, dude. I'm just think it'd be so much fun. It's gotta get that game again. Spend hours and hours just creating this giganto roster.
Run some pay-per-views, man. Get some ladder matches going.
Oh, it's so good. It's such a playable game too. That's the best part. It's not like you have to learn. Like you spend you do 2 exhibition matches, and then you're like, oh, okay, cool. I get the controls. All right, how do I lock up? Oh, okay, cool. How do I climb a turnbuckle? Oh, okay, cool. How do I get stuff out of the crowd? Oh, okay, cool. How do I
cage matches in that and No Mercy, or is that just in WrestleMania?
I don't recall any cage matches. If there was, it was you have to climb
ladder matches.
I don't think it was like a Hell in the Cell. I think it was just like a cage match where you had to climb out of the cage. Maybe something like that. Oh man, now I gotta look it up, dude.
Yeah, feel weird if they didn't include that, but yeah.
Oh, I gotta look this up.
Okay, let me ask Theron a question. Theron, did you see Raw, and what do you think about this possible Shield reunion? Is it too soon? Is it the right time? What's your thoughts on the Shield?
It's perfect timing to do it. I never watched Raw because I'm never home. I just watched the highlights, so I saw it. I saw that the Bar is on the path of destruction, taking out Gross and then taking out Roman. And then I read a rumor that said that the Miz Taraj was probably not going to be the team that feuded with the Shield. And I was like, oh, well, who would they have in their place? It makes perfect sense. The Bar and the Miz versus the Shield. To give Roman Reigns something to do, because Brock Lesnar, I think, is on like another little small break. They don't want to have that feud happen till WrestleMania anyway. And even if he came back, I think his next feud is Finn Balor. So I think it's perfect timing. Like they almost teased it at the end of Raw where they were all in the locker room and they all just kind of gave each other a head nod.
Yeah.
I think as early as Monday, we could actually see a Shield reunion. Now, are they going to do? Are they going to come out separate? I don't know. I don't care. But if they all put their fists in the middle of the ring, I think the entire country might mark out and somebody might get speared.
Man, it's just weird. Like, because the old version of the Shield would just like run through a team with the Miz, Sheamus, and Cesaro, like super quick. Like they would not have any trouble with them. So now, like coming back to these, I don't know. I wish they're, I don't know. They got to work Braun Strowman in there somehow. It seems like because he's the one who totally wiped out Rollins and Ambrose. So I don't know what they're going to do.
They could do a 3-on-1. He always wanted more. He wanted more competition. So they destroy him, even though he's the monster, or they don't. And then they destroy those 3 guys first. They just beat him up just to beat him up. But they don't destroy him. They just beat him up, and then they destroy those 3 because once they form, they're unstoppable. Roman Reigns kicks out of everything, so.
Be cool if Strowman and Lesnar aligned or something to fight the Shield or something. I don't know.
That would be wild, dude. Yeah. All right, so quick little update here. So I've been scouring. I just jumped on Google real quick. WWF No Mercy N64 multiplay exhibition Royal Rumble pay-per-view King of the Ring guest referee ladder match Iron Man match. So there was
that sounds accurate.
There was no cage match.
Nope.
Don't remember doing a lot of Iron Man matches either.
No, I get so frustrated, dude.
Oh man, that's
still the greatest game. But yeah, there was like some screenshots or something I saw that looked like a cage match, but I was like, I don't remember that in the game like at all. And then I pulled up this little multiplay screen, and I was like, oh, I remember that, dude. I remember doing guest referee too, because you could control like how fast you could like count.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, you do a fast count. That's kind of cool. Or you can do a slow count. Yeah.
So messed up, dude. So messed up. I don't think you could control submissions though. I think that was still like if your opponent was so incapacitated that the CPU would just take over and be like, no, dude, that guy submitted. That guy took 5,000 chair shots to the head, dude.
Yeah, that was back in the day where chair shots weren't frowned upon.
Gosh. that
Oh
was
yeah, chair shots to
brutal.
the dome. Those used to be vicious.
You can't really watch some of the old Attitude Era matches, man. It's kind of knowing what you know now about concussions. It's kind of yeah.
I
Seeing the
can.
Rock, I don't know, man. Seeing the Rock and like Ken Shamrock and Mankind, they took a lot. And yes, Stone Cold, gosh, this guy,
That's true.
Big Show, took so many chair shots. It's just like, oh, that was unnecessary. Looking back at it, it just doesn't fly nowadays.
Do you remember? It was one of the first in your houses. I think it was like the first pay-per-view I watched at y'all's house. It could have been called Unforgiven. It could have been called No Mercy. It was like a yellow road sign, and it was The Rock versus Mankind in an I Quit match. And
Oh, that was
it was
brutal,
actually
man.
on that one. It was on that movie we saw in theaters, like Beyond the Mat.
I remember
Beat
that, yeah.
the mess. I'm gonna say mess because I don't want to cuss. He beat the mess out of Mankind with that chair. I'm talking about chair shot after chair shot to the head. At one point, I think Mankind his face was on the ground and he was hitting him in the head with the chair. Then
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, it
dude.
was brutal, yeah.
he had a nasty gash. Like he got like 20 stitches after that match. How far we've come. Now you got to hit him in the back.
Yeah, you gotta hit him on like the meat of the back. But still, dude, a chair shot's a freaking chair shot, bro. Like, if you're falling on it, if you're getting hit in the back with it, like, dude, that's gosh, man. Still, man. Who knows what it's doing to like your internal organs and your ribs?
No clue.
Oh yeah, don't know until after you're gone, probably to do the autopsy.
Jeez. Hey, real quick, Tommy, you should think of a question of the day. We'll have just enough time to answer it.
I had one earlier, man. Earlier in the day, I was like, we gotta. Oh, let me ask you about the Shield, Anthony. What do you think about the Shield possibly returning? You were looking at No Mercy N64.
That game is so good, dude.
What do you think about? Is it the right time? Is it the right opponent? What do you think about a Shield reunion coming up pretty soon?
Dude, I think it's the perfect time. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. What the heck is Baron doing?
He's sawing something. It's like building a treehouse or something.
Bro, this is not the time to be rewinding your VHS tapes, dude.
Bro, I put the window up. What are you talking about? Somebody's getting a super kick from a super kick party out here.
Oh my gosh, dude. But to answer the question, dude, I think now is the time. I think now is the time for Shield to come back. There'll be a powerhouse, and I think that would shake things up. Who knows what people think of Roman? I would enjoy Roman more that he's in the Shield because he's less of a mouth breather, window licker if he's like in a group, you know.
What?
That's
What's a mouth breathing window licker? What is that?
That's offensive.
It's highly offensive. That's
not
like
the
saying
attitude.
F the revival.
Oh man, mouth breathing, bro. Window licking.
By the way, F the revival.
After revival, I agree with that sentiment.
Whatever happened to the
They need to
Revival,
come back,
dude?
though.
If they're injured,
Right.
Hey, somebody, one of them got hurt again. He's out till like February.
oh my
That
god.
sucks. No, after the other one just came back.
I could be lying about the timing. I just know he's out for a while.
No, I think it is until like next year, which is insane.
Oh my gosh. After no,
Jeez.
before Mania, right before Mania, dude. What if Revival do something in Mania? If they do, it would probably be like Andre the Giant Battle Royal, which means absolutely nothing because we haven't seen anything with Mojo Rawley doing anything with that.
He's probably the worst
Nothing.
winner. Absolutely nothing. Not even the title.
Gosh, dude, like maybe look at Corbin, dude. Corbin
Nah,
didn't win.
Baron Corbin hasn't won the title yet.
Wow. Who's out? Big Show and Cesaro, the other two winners. Big Show did nothing with it.
He didn't have to. He's Big Show. Cesaro's killing it though.
4 years later. It's like 4 years, yeah, but yeah, he's
Yeah, it's
killing
kind
it.
of like that Battle Royal means nothing in terms of like, okay, you won and you get this trophy, but that's it. There's no like push. There's no push for like an intercontinental title or like push for U.S. title or push for any title for that matter. It's just, all right, that's it. You get this accolade.
We should carry on the trophy until someone like breaks it in a feud every time, which would be kind of an ongoing gag. At least make it interesting. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that could be cool. I can see that.
I thought of I think this is the question. I was thinking. I was at grocery shopping and I was just looking at the memes, and Theron said something like how Brock Lesnar would kill all three of us, and I was thinking like, what is the strategy if you and two of your other friends are fighting Brock Lesnar in like a cage or in a street and down a back alley? What is the strategy to defeat Brock Lesnar? So let's think about that question and then answer it immediately right now. Is there to all run at him at once? Do you go for one leg each and someone has to fight is there any strategy to beat Brock Lesnar in a street fight?
Kick him in the balls.
Oh man, dirty heel tactics.
Could you get close?
That's the only way you win.
Could you get close enough though? And would your other friends die?
I think
in the process?
Undertaker kicked him in the balls. That's how he beat him.
We're not 6'10" athletes.
I mean, I'm 6'3". People ask me if I'm an athlete all the time. Why not kick him right in the balls? You guys distract him. Like, you guys, like, do crazy distraction or, like, one of you runs at him or something, he shucks you, and then, like, I'll come up behind and just kick him right in the nuts.
Do you even athlete, bro?
I don't even know what that means, bro.
Neither do I, man.
I can't.
Or we'll have my buddy Raj the Wonder Kid distract him with the sweet melodies of his djembe.
What?
It's a drum.
Open the show. May open the show that one. There, I mean, Anthony, you were there.
No, I know that, but what does he go by? Wonder Kid?
Raj the Wonder Kid, yes.
Raj the Wonder. I didn't know that. It just the whole.
He doesn't go by that. I gave him that nickname.
Oh, that's
goes
cool.
by Sri the Raj.
That is good. That's a good nickname. You should run with that.
Yeah, dude. I was like, all right.
I told him that he should run with Raj the Wonder Kid, but he hasn't. So whatever.
Try to book him as a champion over here. Come on.
If you're listening to this show right now, and you listen to it throughout the week, we should take a poll. Should Theron's buddy go by the name Raj the Wonder Kid?
Oh yes, we should put that on Facebook. Yeah,
that's a great poll.
We never use Twitter polls. That could be our next delve into social media.
Should he go by Raj the Wonder Kid? We have it here live. It's going on Facebook or Twitter or somewhere.
His with him everywhere he goes, in every Instagram post or every post or picture. Every picture there has to be a djembe somewhere in the shot
right now.
It's a good gimmick, man. Everyone needs a good stand up.
He's actually on Instagram right now.
Oh, beautiful. Dude, that's it. That's your gimmick, bro. Your gimmick is you have your djembe everywhere, dude. It could be in the background, it could be in the foreground, you could be holding it, you could be put something on it, you could be playing it, but it has to be in every single shot, and you have to dress it up some way, shape, or form to match the outfit that you're wearing.
Do you ride with Raj? Or do you walk with Elias? It'd be the perfect first feud, bro.
We got him. We're booking the territory right here.
This episode is about Raj the Wonder Kid and his djembe.
I love that feud.
The Drifter versus the djembe, man. That'd be awesome.
Man, I could see that kicking off a pay-per-view.
Yeah, we could do a meme. We could do a meme of Raj the Wonder Kid.
Like half Raj, half Ellis, man. Yeah, I like it.
That might boost Elias's real life WWE career somehow.
Maybe Elias will retweet it or something.
He might. Go for it. Do it. One of y'all. You guys have the talent.
Homegrown heroes, Raj the Wonder Kid.
Yep.
I think we're all three homegrown heroes right now doing this podcast.
Exactly. Oh, snap. Episode 6-4?
But I didn't really answer the question with the Brock Lesnar thing. I would poke him in the eye. I put my thumb in his eye.
Finger poke of doom.
How are you gonna get that close, man? How are you gonna get that close?
I'm gonna distract him. If I'm in an alleyway, I'm gonna like throw bottles and stuff along the sides of the walls and like distract him with sound, and then I'll just run up and jab him in the eye.
You're treating like it.
Chop him in the throat or something. Just
El Automobile was always squirrely, man.
He was squirrely, but high risk maneuvers. He was Shane McMahon before Shane McMahon was Shane McMahon.
That's true, dude. Shane
Absolutely.
took pointers from me.
Tommy, what would you do? Did you answer the question, by the way?
It was supposed to be a team effort. I was not gonna. I don't know, man. It's supposed to be you and two of your buddies. How would you team battle Brock Lesnar? Because 1-on-1, I don't think anyone's touching.
No, we're all dead.
Exactly. That's what said on the meme. Exactly, we're all dead.
We're all oh my gosh. I don't know. Crazy. All right. Well, hey, we actually filled up the hour with excellent podcasting material and a lot of food for thought on this episode of the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast. Again, huge shout out to all of our fans, Raj the Wonder Kid and his magical djembe. And of course, all of our international listeners, hey, hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Get notified when we go live. Check us out on Instagram, on Twitter, and Facebook. Share the show with the wrestling friends. So if you're talking about pro wrestling, be sure to talk about Bros Before Elbows. And of course, check out MikeMonster.com. Make sure you get your t-shirt and then take pictures, and we'll spread that stuff all over social media. So great show, gents. Very good.
Yeah. Shout out Ben Harris. He actually subscribed this week.
Oh,
found out we were doing He found out we were doing the podcast, and he actually might have told a bunch of his friends. So we could probably get some new subscribers in the, I don't know, just look out for them. They could be coming soon. Shout out Ben Harris. Check him out on YouTube. If you're in Vegas, check him out. I think he does a live show at the Mirage or somewhere there. I could have ruined that. I'm not sure. But yeah, always remember that I'm the king of the cruiser.
Ben!
If he made
wait, I don't even know if that's Neville's thing anymore. He's a face now. But go ahead.
Elbow drop your friends, people.
Yeah, stay tuned for more talk about Enzo Amore.
And Raj the Wonder Kid and Ben.
You get a baseball update?
Yeah.
Dude, the Diamondbacks won. That's all there is to it, dude.